Yeah, dude! Now you're all done?
Yeah, no,
I'm Ryan Lake. I love to teach you guys how to play guitar. This is an E major chord. You want to place your second finger right here on the second fret on the A string. You want to place your third finger right here, second fret on the D string. And you want your first finger right here on the G string. You want to make sure every note rings out perfectly and does not cover any other string to mute it. This is an A major chord. You're not going to play the 6th string on this one, you're just going to play the 5 strings below this. Your first finger is going to be on the 2nd fret on the D string. Your second finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the G string, and your third finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the B string. And we're only going to play these 5 notes. We're not going to play the 6th string. Okay, this is a D chord. D chord's kind of unique because we're only going to play the 4 strings down here. We're not going to use the 6th and 5th string. We're just going to use these 4 strings down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now we're going to leave the 4th string open. And we're going to have 2nd fret. First finger is going to be on 2nd fret on the G string. And then we're going to have our 3rd finger here on the B string. And then we're going to have our 2nd finger right here on the E string, high E. Only going to play these 4 notes. We're not going to play the 5th and 6th string, just these 4. That is a D chord. D major. Alright, this is a C major chord. We're only going to play from the 5th string down to the 1 on this one. We're going to not play the 6th string at all. Play this chord as you see it. You're going to have your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. Your 2nd finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the D string. Now your 1st finger, we're going to let this string be open, 3rd string. And your 1st finger is going to be right here on the 1st fret on the B string. Make sure when you're playing this chord, hit every note individually to make sure every note rings out perfectly. This is a G major chord. We're going to play all 6 strings this time. And your 3rd finger right here is going to be on the 3rd fret of the E string, the low E string. Your 2nd finger right here is going to be on the 2nd fret of the A string. All the other strings are going to be open except for your pinky right here, which is going to be on the 3rd fret of the high E string. That's your G major chord. Make sure every string rings out when you play this chord. This is an E minor chord. Minor chords are a little bit sadder sounding than major chords. So in this instance, instead of our E major, this is our E major, we're going to take out the 1st finger, and that's an E minor. It's only these 2 fingers. Your 2nd finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the A string, and your 3rd finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the D string. All the other strings are going to ring out, all 6 strings. This is an A minor. It's the same finger picture as an E, but you're moving it up 1 string. Now we're not going to be playing the 6th string on an A minor. We're just going to be playing the 5 string down to the 1. Now our 2nd finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the D string. Our 3rd finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the G string. And our 1st finger is going to be on the 1st fret of the B string. But we're only going to play these 5 strings. We're not going to play the 6th string. Make sure to ring out every chord every note, every string. Make sure it sounds good. This is a D minor chord. Now, just like a D major chord, we're only going to play the bottom 4 strings. The 4th string down to the 1. Now our second finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the G string. Our 3rd finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the B string. And our 1st finger is going to be on the 1st fret of the high E string. Again, we're only going to play the bottom 4 strings. 4 to 1. Alright, we're going to be transitioning from an E major chord to an A minor chord. Notice I use the same exact fingering position from an E major. Just slide all your fingers up 1 string to an A minor. Same fingering position. On the A minor, you're only going to play the 5th string down. You're not going to play this 6th string. On E major, you're going to play all 6. A minor, only the bottom 5 strings. E major, A minor, E major. We're going to be transitioning from a C major chord to a G major chord. C, G. With C major, again, you're only going to play 5 strings, and the G major is going to use all 6, and you're going to use your pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E string. Notice that these 2 fingers just move a string apart. Keep the same formation. Alright, this is a transition between an A major chord and a D major chord. A and D. Now A, we're only going to be using the 5 string down. Make sure every string rings out. And then a D chord, we're only be using the bottom 4 this time. We're not going to be playing the 5th and 6th string. So we're going to transition from A to D to A to D. Alright, we're going to do an E minor transition to a G. Now this is a very easy transition because we use our 3rd finger here on the 2nd fret of an E minor. We're going to move it right up here to the G. And we're going to put our pinky here on the 3rd fret of the high E string. Make sure to pick out each string to make sure your chord rings through. Alright, what we're going to do is quarter notes right here. Just 4 beats to 1 measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, these are 8th notes. These are going to be played double the time of quarter notes. So 2 notes per 1 quarter note. 8th notes are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Alright, delete all that, and then we'll start over again.